1, 2, 3. A little bit of a sketchy thing there with the audio so far. Can you hear me? Now you can, I guess. I have it pretty low, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you're playing. One, two, three. All right, so I'm live. A little bit of a sketchy thing there with the audio so far. Can you hear me? Now you can, guys. I have it pretty low, but... All right, I just turned off that audio so I don't get any, I guess, feedback. So I'm going to paint for a little bit, and then I am going to go down to the trail. I saw my, by the way, this is, hello there, Rick Calzadilla here. So this is the Barton Springs painting. I'm trying to get it done because I really want to get a new webpage going featuring the latest landscapes. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it done that fast, so this is probably at least a week away, I bet. Oh, not. I think I have too many chairs here. So I'm going to add a couple of peeps. But I think first I'm going to work on these steps a little bit. I got distracted really badly by someone who approached me in a kind of a really weird, frail voice. This happened about, I guess, 9 months ago, 6 months ago. So they approached me about art, you know, and I see them all the time, but I didn't really ever interact with them much. And so they were like, "Hey Rick, I want to talk to you about art." That was how that went down. And so I said, "Yeah, sure, you know." And I'm really not that big of a person. It's really hard. I'm fighting this inner thing where I'm trying to just to paint for the love of art, but the competitive nature, you know. This is a really cool. So this brush has got really long, and I like it for line work because it's so long that when you find the point where you want to place the line, and then you just kind of direction either way, up or down, and then you just follow the motion of the I guess of the bristles. Fine bristles. Fine bristles. So yeah, I bit, you know, I fell for it. I thought they were really into making art and exchanging ideas, and you know, they're kind of close by, so I figured whatever. But I don't really think it had anything to do with making art. I do make some art, but it's not really much, and it's, you know, looks more like stuff you do in therapy, which is fine, you know. That's you know, Van Gogh kind of stuff could be that way, or Picasso shit could be that way. But they weren't really presented to me as an artist, wanting to make websites and prints and all that shit. And then I've had a couple of offers for some showings and stuff, and I was dumb enough to say, hey, I've got this friend who might. And they, yeah. And then so, but it turned out that it wasn't, there was no intent there for making art. It was just someone that was lonely, I guess. And so it's just a big waste of time, big distraction. I think it also has to do with, you know, that person's a lot younger than me, so I have pretty much for a while now tried to avoid friendships with younger people because it's a whole different mindset. I'm from a long time ago, a land far, far. And that's why I kind of have a beard, because I kept meeting a lot of people. And I think it's because I'm painting, or because of my hats. I mean, I try to greet everyone. I try to be polite. The first time. The first time's free. But, you know. But yeah, I try to be, the less I know someone, the easier I get along with them, I think. So that's why I have the beard, because I was just meeting a lot of people that were talking a lot of stuff. And since I've been around a long time, I'm from the time from when people used to read the newspaper. When the newspaper was really I had this friend in high school, Javier and Javis. He always had a rolled up newspaper. He was a high school, he was my age, you know, high school, teenager, and he always had a newspaper with him. So I have to really just get back to I can't allow any distractions, man. It's a drag. So all the cliche things about getting old are happening. So it's happening. It's really happening. Oh my God! We're all gonna die. These are the mental ramblings of a lunatic on the fringe. Lunatic fringe, I know you're out there. Lunatic geometric fringe. Yeah. It's so weird. So I'm using a couple of different, not so weird, just kind of common sense, but I'm using several reference photos, pretty much same day, but the cloud cover changes, you know. And so the steps changes, the colors. I'm not saying it's a Renoir, but you know, when you see Renoir's paintings, or the ones, the illustrations I've seen anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get off the lawn, guy. And I'm Mexican American, so. Soy Chicano, baby. So, anyways, I can't tolerate getting disrespected, and I think that's part of the youth thing there that I just ran across. I'm kind of in that time thing where I wanna, well, of my age. I cannot say that I want to. Bullshit around too much with people. But hey, if you want to be someone that's like disrespectful like that, then have at it. So I think I did that when I was young, you know. So being an old man, I must get back. Must get back to painting as much as possible. I'm going to go paint outside, which means I won't be working on this. But I do need to. I need to shake up the environment. Gotta shake up this. So I've got this trash can a little bit too opened up for me here. And it's a big trash can, you know. I was like surprised at how big it is in the photo. This is a little too short, so I'll probably have to add to that as well. I'm not really going to put the people in too much detail. I have one, well, one is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. Oh, oh. Well, there's a big dude, man, walking right here. A big dude, and his head is up the rock. You know what? I'm going to try to lay these figures out like in a really kind of strong white with my tiny brush. With my tiny brushes. These are beautiful, man. So this painting is 48 by 52 inches. It's an oil on canvas. So check out the brush here. I don't know if it's focusing in on that yet, you know. So that's close up to the lens. There's my finger. Smell my finger? And so now you see how small that brush is. So yeah, $4 a square inch, man. It's a lot of work. Happy little squirrel. Happy little squirrels are. You know what? I'm going to do some warm-up white strokes. Warm up some white strokes. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. As I was looking at my, you know, I don't always do much on YouTube. I mean, I go weeks without putting stuff up on here. I need to get those girls, the church sisters, to sell my artwork for me. I mean, I've got the infrastructure set up. I just need, well, I need a salesperson, but they're hard to find. Nobody wants to add. But the mechanisms are set. All you gotta do is pitch it and call me and make a transaction. You get a commission. So yeah, I'm gonna do like a 25% finder's fee or something. I gotta make this guy's head a little bit bigger. This guy too. Everyone must be bigger, taller, stronger. I have this off grays and shit here. I'm gonna put this whole tray away. So they say the paints don't air dry, but they sure do seem to last a lot longer if you keep them covered. Alright, so let me get just a couple of people kind of laid out here. So this guy's head goes into the shadows. He's got a forearm. a big dude. Like a giant. Should just go full impasto on all this shit. So, yeah, so I don't know. I also don't know. That's just a Zen thing that's going on. I had a phase where I had synchronicity, where I would always run into people. Over and over. Meaningful people. But then that just kind of disappeared. Big dude. So I guess his head's gonna have to be a lot bigger. Oh, sorry for piping down. I had a text message to a friend earlier. We were talking about maybe having to do more multiple paintings at once. I was telling him that this is so weird. This dude's a big dude. Yeah, working on multiple items at the same time can be helpful. The way I see it is like, like sometimes I'm working on the laptop trying to figure out some kind of computer issue that I don't know. And I'll work on it, and nothing will really come of it. And I'll walk away from it. Walk away. And then I'll come back to it later, and it'll be like, oh, that's all I needed to do. I'm just mixing up a muddy color. So you can even see a little bit of this guy's got like board shorts all the way down to here. Hope you're enjoying watching paint dry. So I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And so when I'm painting a lot, it's pretty easy to get sucked into shit that's totally meaningless. You know what I mean? Yeah, tiny brushes, $4 a square inch, and that's a bargain. You know what I mean? Okay, I forgot. I'm doing a live stream and texting with Keith right now. So just texting my friend Keith. I'm going to try to zoom in for you on this figure, because I had a lot of trouble working on this other figure yesterday. And did I should have just zoomed in earlier for the $4 a square inch. Today's lecture has been more of a therapy for me. Just realizing what I have to keep perspective, man. Perspective. Keep a fresh eye on shit. So he looks ghostly. He's a really big dude. I might just leave him like that, because he looks so good compared to the others I've done. Well, they're not bad. The others aren't bad. So what was I about to do? Oh, I was going to do a quick Instagram. But first I was going to get my link. So what was I about to do? Oh, I was going to do a quick Instagram. But first I was going to get my link. I'm like a cat with a toy when I start doing video and painting together. They don't mesh for me. They may for other people, but it's I have trouble doing both. Like right now I'm totally confused as to what I'm doing. I'm doing an Instagram reel. Oh, and it's got to be like a minute and something, right? So I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to shoot a video. The AC seems to be a lot quieter if I keep Barton Springs Pool, Austin, Texas. So I'm working on the peoples. Those are just, all of this is just prelim. I gotta come back and harden all the edges on everybody. Especially those two miscreants. Then there's this giant of a man that was, the dude's probably like 22, but he's huge. Just noticed him as I was laying it out. Because there's another guy that's comes up to like his shoulder, I guess. So maybe I'll drop that upper shoulder down some. And I gotta clean up this trash can over here. Get it? Clean up the trash can? Pun, no pun intended. Alright, so I'm on YouTube streaming live for probably another hour and then I'm going to break down it. Break down! Go ahead and give it to me. Break down. Alright, so that should be good for Instagram. I'll put the link there. Well, I'm starting to connect with a bunch of worldwide galleries, at least on Instagram. So that's kind of cool. Oh man. So I'm also using YouTube and OBS and my laptop and the cameras. And so I get kind of like in these lurches of thought. I'm in a thought lurch. So let me see. I am going to dictate my message on Instagram. Let's see. Okay, now live. Okay, now live on YouTube. Go there to watch paint dry and see examples of why $4 a square inch is a bargain when it comes to painting. You know what I mean? How long will it take to fill a square inch with a brush that size? Green paint. I hope that's green paint. Over and out. Here's the link. Now live, it's alive. Oh, it's only 12, so that's cool. I may be able to run a little longer. Run a little longer. Why don't you run along a little longer? A little longer, a little longer. So let's lay in this other dude. Where's my other tiny brush? My other little tiny brush of greatness. Gotta get that edge. Solid and straight. While I'm contemplating that, going to I'm going to beat this distraction out of my head is what I'm going to do. But jeez Louise. I guess they're just people that So I have two images for this one cat here. I gotta be careful because sorry, I'm out of your viewing range. I thought this guy had a black shirt on, but it might just be a very hairy-chested kind of cat. Might just be some kind of hairy-chested cat. I have to shuffle through all these pictures to see which page I'm on. I think I'm going to step outside for a smoke. But first, I will work on another figure before I step out. So they say you got to spend like 2/3 of your time promoting art if you want to. That's what I was told. One-third painting, 2/3 promoting. Hey, I'm the greatest piece of shit that ever walked the earth. Sorry about the language, kids. Alright, let me lay this. Now which photo? There's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people in the pictures. There's a bunch of different people in the photos. I even added people that never were there. There's a bunch of different people in the photos. That's it. Well, it's interesting because I'm not working with music, so that's good. I think the urgency of the situation is, and that's the other thing. I have an urgent situation. Oh, God dang. God, man. I thought I was getting some pretty good discipline as far as not being too procrastination-ish. Procrastination-ish. Wow, this is like a lot higher than it should be, I think. Or I didn't make him big enough yet. So this guy is pretty big too, but not as big. Then he's closer to me. Huh. That's like a different chair all of a sudden. I wonder if they changed that stand. Well, I'll have to leave it be. How much confusion I'm going through? Shit, I may end up making this guy even bigger. Take it easy, take it easy, everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my monkey. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Take it easy, take it easy, everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my monkey. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Man, I'm probably about this tall. I'm so serious. This cat might have a beard. Might have a beard for all you freaking know. for all you know. It's not unusual to be. I should do all my 60s hits that I know. I know. All of them. All of the ones that I do know. I do know many. Everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my monkey. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And there's all kinds of bags and stuff up against that wall. Some kind of a picture. Some kind of a picture is starting to show. I should do a be back in 5 minutes sign. I could hang it from a wall. Where is the other small paint brush that I just had in my hand? Where could I have suddenly put it? Where is that brush? Damn it! There it is. There it is. I found it. Just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. Just in the nick. Just in the nick. I really should do like an impossible kind of thing here. Alright, so I'm going to give this guy like a lower shoulder to here. Magically, the images arise. I was working on a mural with the beautiful Molly, and I was painting a ver monkey in a acacia tree. And as I was painting, she says, man, you made that monkey appear like in 3 strokes. 3 strokes! Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, I want to take a break, folks. I should put up some kind of a sign. How's my battery looking anyways? I don't know. Well, if it ends on that note, but I'll be back. I just gotta go move. You got to move. You got to move. When the Lord comes, what is it? When the Lord comes calling, you got to move. You got to move. You got to move. Be right back, kids. Okay, small change of plans. I'm going to end this podcast and then I'll come back after a break and start a new podcast. It's looking pretty good, I think. Okay, I'll come back after the break. That way it won't be just a long gap of nothing happening. As is when you're watching